Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Happy Movie Mangoes podcast. Today I am super excited for our episode topic. We're going to be doing Would You Rathers. So like, would you rather watch this or this? Or would you rathers related to movies and TVs? So yeah, super excited for that.
Yeah, I got some
Hmm.
questions. Hmm. Built that for you, Spencer. I was going through your letterbox and I was like, "Oh, I got your number, you filthy biatch."
Yeah, I tried to come up with ones that were somewhat difficult. Some of them maybe you'll answer super quickly, but I'm hoping that
Mhm.
the ones that I come up with you think about at least a little bit.
Yeah, I'm glad you like hearted your movies on Letterbox because then I could know like, oh, I know which one you'd pick over this one. So
Well, I think, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I do heart the ones that I like, and I don't heart the ones that I don't like.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah.
Also, Dallin can't make it to this episode with us, but he has written some Would You Rathers that me and Matt will answer along with the questions that we've come up with. So, which question should we do first?
Oh, I think we should do downs first. We'll just go around. So,
Okay, sounds good.
his first would you rather is would you rather watch She-Hulk or Jupiter Ascending?
I think I'd rather watch She-Hulk.
Okay. So I'd rather watch, and Dallin would also watch Jupiter Ascending, but the reason I would pick Jupiter Ascending is because it's shorter.
Oh,
Because
I didn't even think
She-Hulk's
about that. So,
it's a TV
in
series.
his Would You Rather, it means like the whole series, not just like
Uh-huh.
one episode.
Yeah, yeah. You can't just do a one and quit, Spencer.
Oh, okay. Then I might switch to Jupiter Ascending then. Well,
Okay,
I don't know. I watched a few episodes of She-Hulk and
they're tolerable.
I think they're more tolerable than Jupiter Ascending is.
Okay.
So that's why I was thinking She-Hulk.
Maybe if it was just like an hour 50 of She-Hulk like just twerking, I'd be okay with it.
Oh my gosh.
Be
Oh,
Yeah, if it was like the same runtime, I choose She-Hulk, but just because Jupiter Ascending shorter, I choose that. So,
gotcha.
all right, your
Interesting.
turn.
All right. Mean Girls or Miss Congeniality?
Oh, Miss Congeniality all the way.
Really
Yeah, I really like Sandra Bullock. And I hate Mean Girls in the it's a good movie, but I hate it.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's a fair statement. As long
Yeah.
as you said that it's a good movie, because I think Mean Girls is a really good movie.
It's like super true. It's like you can't deny it's the gospel truth. It's just uh I just hate it. I just hate them. I hate them. I hate them. There you go.
Well,
So,
I think I would actually pick Mean Girls.
okay.
Even though I really like Sandra Bullock, I
Mhm.
think I would enjoy Mean Girls more. But
I like Miss Congeniality just because it's like it's kind of stupid. It's like a chick flick that I can like, I can swallow. It's like I don't hate it. It's like it's got the actor for Captain Kirk, forget his name,
oh, I know who you're talking about. I can see his face.
William Shatner. There you go.
Yes, yes.
So I think he's like it's one of his funnier like ironic roles that he does. So
Yeah.
it's he does like this hammy game show thing, and so in Star Trek it's funny when he does like his hammy acting because it's not on purpose, but in this movie it's funny because he's like just all these crazy women doing stuff and he's annoyed by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Here's my answer. All right, ready for mine? Spider-Man 3 or the B movie.
Remind me, uh, Spider-Man 3, what the villains are.
So this movie you gave 5 stars. This is Venom, Sandman, and then the Green Goblin 2. Or like Harry Osborn. This is the movie where all the memes come from, where all the Spider-Man memes were like got like emo
Oh.
Spider-Man dancing and it's
Oh,
got like
yes. Yes.
so it's like
Oh, I do
iconic,
enjoy that one.
funny. It's like a messy movie. Spider-Man's like crying because MJ like says no to his like proposal because she's jealous of him.
Okay. So either that or the B movie is what you said?
Or the B movie, which is also the most, memed. Well, it had its phase. So,
Those are very, very different. Hmm. I think. I think I would go with Spider-Man, and only for the fact that the B movie, it's really funny and I really enjoyed the B movie, but I do think it's weird that he like is, it's been a while since I've seen it, but he's like dating a human, right?
Oh my gosh. Can't you just accept bestiality?
Oh my gosh, that pun was terrible.
Yeah. Well, that's what's funny is like I hear like I tell people I love the B movie and like they're like, oh, I hate that movie. I'm like, what? What's wrong with Jerry Seinfeld? I was like, no, no, not that. It's the fact that it's a bee dating a human woman. And I was like, oh, come on. It's like a cartoon,
Yeah.
nothing's actually happening. You know?
Yeah, I think it's just because that is a little weird. Like I love all the jokes in the animation and stuff,
Mhm.
but I think I'd rather watch Spider-Man 3.
Okay. I think I'd also watch Spider-Man 3, but it's because of like the creepy emo Peter Parker genius, right? It's like I was like I really like the B movie a lot. So this it's like and I like the guy who voices Joe Swanson, I forget his name in Family Guy, who's like also in the B movie.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the B movie a lot. But I'd have to go with Spider-Man 3 on this one. And I'm sure if Dallin were here, he'd say the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and ready for Dallin's number two, would you rather?
Yes.
Captain Marvel or Wonder Woman 1984?
Captain Marvel. I hated 1984
Yeah, I think I'd have to pick Captain Marvel too. And he also said Captain Marvel.
because 1984 is a sequel and sequels are never as good. Whereas Captain Marvel wasn't great, but it was the first one and I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like 1984 didn't make a lot of sense. I remember watching it and I'm like, why is this happening?
I think if they like just made Pedro Pascal the main character of the movie, it would have been awesome.
Yeah,
And like Wonder Woman's just kind of his antagonist that's just trying to stop him, and he's just like a constant con man and tricking all these people to doing what he wants, but he secretly sucks.
yeah,
I think would have made way better than what it turned into, which is just a nonsense nightmare.
yeah,
And I think like I love Gal Gadot and hate Brie Larson, but Brie Larson's character and story is like a lot better in Captain Marvel, even though like
yeah. I agree.
uh, yeah, and Wonder Woman 1984 also had like a great trailer and like was such a disappointment.
Yeah.
What's your second question?
All right. The first Shrek or Lego Batman.
The first Shrek.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like hands down, like not even that's probably took me like 2 seconds to just
But
process
you
which one
really
works.
don't you really like the Lego Batman movie?
I love it. Shrek's like a masterpiece though. Like it's like Lego Batman's like a fun comedy, and then Shrek's like it's really the best movie ever made.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh my
It's
goodness. How come
it's
it
there's
wasn't
no
in your
way.
top five movies then?
Oh, that's fake news. So I think like I'm like addicted to Shrek, like I'm addicted to air. So you know
Yeah.
I need it.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
I think
I yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was also gonna pick Shrek,
Hmm.
just because I think I enjoy the jokes more in Shrek versus Lego Batman. But I also really enjoy Lego Batman.
Yeah, I think Lego Batman's underrated for sure. So it's more people need to watch it and love it.
Yeah. All right, what's your number two?
Okay. Shrek 2 or Madagascar 2.
Okay, remind me. Shrek 2 is when.
He goes to Kingdom Far, Far Away, meets her parents, and they hate him because he's a filthy ogre. And
Oh,
then
that's right. Okay, okay. And Madagascar 2, I forgot the plot on that one too.
so they're I think they go to Africa. So they're like the movies they're slingshot on an airplane and they're trying to go back to New York, and then the plane crashes in Africa. And so
Oh.
they kind of all go to Africa and they think they're gonna love it, and then they end up hating it.
Is that the one with that has Moto Moto coming out
Oh
of the
yeah, that's exactly what I
Oh.
was gonna say next. Is like Moto Moto. I like it. I like it.
I think I'd go with Madagascar too.
Interesting, interesting. It's hard for me to pick between these two because they're just. Oh, actually, no. I'd probably pick like if I was tired, I'd pick Madagascar too because Shrek 2 has like way too many like movie and pop culture references, like thrown in every second of the movie. Whereas like as a kid, it like I was blissful unaware. But now as an adult, I'm like my head starts hurting because I'm like, oh, that's from this. They're saying this. That's a reference to this, you know. So
Yeah.
I think I'd pick Madagascar too if I was like tired and if I was on like Red Bull or something, I'd probably watch Shrek 2.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So Dallon's number three. Would you rather watch Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones?
I think so. I haven't seen all of either of those.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go with Game of Thrones just because I've heard more good things about that show than Breaking Bad. But I don't have a lot to go off of because I've only seen a few episodes of season one in both of them. So
Yeah. I think both of these showed up on my top five favorite TV shows. And I watched Breaking Bad twice and Game of Thrones like maybe 10 times.
oh wow.
Yeah, it's like disgusting how much I've seen that show. But that's kind of where I just as a practice, I've watched Game of Thrones more. So I'd have to pick Game of Thrones. So,
Gotcha. That makes sense.
and like the thing about Breaking Bad is like it has great moments in it. It's just it's like there's more in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But you as watching neither, you'd pick Game of Thrones.
Well, I've seen a little bit of the first season of both of them, but
Okay.
I would pick Game of Thrones because I've heard more good things about it.
Okay. All right. Hit me with a question.
Hot Rod or Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Probably right now I'd watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail because it's been a minute.
Oh yeah.
So,
But if you had both seen each of those recently, would it be Hot Rod
uh,
or would it still be Monty Python?
what would you pick?
I would
Uh,
pick Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
okay. Not that that would influence my decision making or anything, but I don't know because they're like I watched Hot Rod for the first time and Monty Python for the first time, and I laughed like super loud for the first time for each of them. And now when I rewatch them, it's kind of like I know the jokes and I know them really well, so it's kind of just like a ha, you know.
Yeah.
So I think I'd probably also pick Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you know,
Yeah.
because I think that, and that's my own thought. It's tough. That's
Yeah,
a tough
it
one.
is tough. Good. I'm glad that was a tough one. I like Monty Python jokes better, I think, than Hot Rod, which is why I picked that one. So,
Yeah.
like, I
You're,
I reference Monty Python every once in a while, but I never reference Hot Rod.
you don't say cool beans like I do.
I sometimes do, but like I would say I quote Monty Python more than cool. Like, that's the only thing that I know of Hot Rod is Cool Beans. Like, I can't think of anything else that's from Hot Rod. So.
Yeah. Well, I think I even quoted Monty Python today, didn't I? I was saying like which color? It's like, what's your favorite color? Boop. Oh,
Oh
green.
yeah. Yeah.
So I agree with that. That's very true. Okay. All right. Would you rather watch 50 First Dates or Hotel Transylvania?
Ooh. Hotel Transylvania is the animated one, right?
Han with the vampire with his daughter and the the ginger kid who tries to date his daughter and he doesn't like that at all. You've rated both of these movies the same, so I hope you
Oh,
get to it. But
okay.
they're both Adam Sandler, so it's cute.
Oh, Adam Sandler's? I didn't even know Adam Sandler was in Hotel Transylvania.
He's the vampire dad. He's like has like
Oh,
the and talking in that Transylvanian vampire accent the whole time. So it's
I do not say it. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
I think I would go with 50 First Dates. Yeah, both of those are like thinking about them now, I feel like meh towards both of those.
You don't have like this like romantic like longing for 50 first dates.
No, no, I do not. Like
Uh,
of the chick flicks, it's not one of the top ones.
wow.
But compared to Hotel Transylvania, I think I'd watch it over that. So,
I just wish I could find a girl with amnesia who would like forget every every day. I didn't like Hotel Transylvania and I didn't like well, I love 50 First Dates. So I picked 50
oh,
First
really?
Dates. Yeah.
Oh, good to know. I feel
Yeah.
like these would you rathers are like helping us learn more about each other.
These are good like bonding questions.
Yeah, things we
So
can argue about later in life.
Yeah.
You picked that movie over that movie?
Oh yeah, I was when I was looking through your letterbox, I did notice you gave like Solo a Star Wars story like 5 stars, and I was like, how did I not notice this? And how have I not like spent my entire life just trying to ruin Spencer's life?
Yeah, there's a lot of movies. I probably only have seen that movie once. And when I see a
hmm
movie once, like I usually like it.
hmm
It's usually like when I watch it again, then I like realize, oh, this may not be as good. Like
Maybe I should
I think
quit
it's
doing coke.
the eighth Star Wars. I think when I first watched it, I gave it like 4 stars, but then when I watched it again, I gave it like one or two.
Yeah,
So yeah.
dang, that's funny. Okay, so Downs, would you rather? I think this is more directed towards you. Would you rather watch SpongeBob SquarePants or Phineas and Ferb?
Both of those are really good.
So I haven't seen the show SpongeBob SquarePants, so I'd pick the show. So just to like,
Oh, is he referring to the show or the movie?
yeah, the show.
Okay.
So,
Because if it was the movie, I would definitely pick the movie.
oh, really? Over Phineas and Ferb?
I really like the SpongeBob movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really. It's the SpongeBob movie's on my top 50, but like, if I had to choose that between like watching the Phineas and Ferb show, or at least the highlights of the Phineas and Ferb show, I'd pick Phineas and Ferb
Oh, really?
because you're just like bound to get like way more like funny moments that way than you would have like just the movie.
Yeah. Between the two shows, though, it's really hard. I think it kind of depends on what mood I'm in. But if I had to pick, if I was randomly shown the shows,
You're stuck in an island, and I'm giving you. You can either have one or the other.
also, is this the entire series or
Uh
just
huh.
like,
Yep. All
okay,
of them.
I think there's more SpongeBob than Phineas and Ferb.
But that could be less quality SpongeBob, right? Like the
That's true,
later
because
seasons.
the later seasons aren't as good.
But maybe it'd give you something to think about while you're stranded on the island, you know?
Yeah, I I think I'm leaning towards like my gut is telling me SpongeBob
hmm
because that's like something that I grew up with more than growing up with Phineas and Ferb. Like, but Phineas and Ferb is so good too. I think I'd go with SpongeBob. Final answer.
Okay. Dun-dun-dun.
That one was a hard one.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'd pick SpongeBob, but I've only seen the memes and not the show.
Yeah.
So it'd be a new time for me.
My
Hit
next
me.
one, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies or the Harry Potter movies.
That's tough. Um, like I definitely like. I probably okay. It feels bad, but I picked the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and I feel awful about it, but I would do it. So
Why would you feel awful?
because the Harry Potter movies have so much in them that are like great, you know. So it's like like it's childhood building moments. So
Hmm.
it's like it feels like you're stabbing your friend in the back. Is what it feels like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it feels wrong. It feels dirty. So
Yeah.
but I really like the first two movies of Harry Potter and the first movie of Pirates of the Caribbean. Like to me, they're all 5 stars. They're all perfect. They're like well done. And whereas like the later Harry Potter movies, I feel like there's things that are not well done or missing. And then like with the later Pirates of the Caribbean movies, it's the same, but they're also like my guilty pleasure movies. So like I think like it's inconsistent with the first movie, but I still think like they're really funny and I just enjoy watching them and they actually do have a lot going on, so your brain's like focusing on things. So
Yeah.
or it's like Harry Potter, it's like he's kind of just beating the same dead horse over and over and it's like how come Voldemort can't know like how to like dox Harry Potter and find out where he lives and shoot him in his sleep?
They didn't have a spell for doxing.
It's true. Accio Harry Potter's address. Actually, I don't know how the Accio curse works or the spell, but I feel like he could have like worked 12 months a year instead of 9 months a year, Voldemort. So,
Yeah. Well, I
uh,
would pick the Harry Potter movies. And
woo.
that's only because I haven't seen all of the Pirates of the Caribbean, but I've seen all the Harry Potter.
Which of the parts have you? How many Pirates of the Caribbean movies have you seen?
How many are there?
Five.
I think I've seen one or two. I've definitely seen the first one.
Okay.
I don't know how many after that I've seen.
So I really like the next two movies, and a lot of people hate the fourth movie, but I really like the fourth movie. But I absolutely hate the fifth movie. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm choosing like 4 to 5 movies I like, whereas like Harry Potter, it's like I just love the first two, and like I mildly liked the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that was tough. Ooh, Oppenheimer or Dune Part Two?
I would go with Dune Part Two. I enjoyed Oppenheimer, but like now that I've seen it once, it's like I feel like I don't have the need to see it again, kind of a
Hmm.
thing. Whereas like Dune Part Two, like I really enjoyed Dune One and I enjoyed Dune Two too, but I would be down to rewatch Dune Two and not rewatch Oppenheimer.
Okay.
That was probably the most confusing sentence now that I think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would pick Oppenheimer just because I did like that movie better.
Oh.
But yeah, I think my problem with Dune, like, is just the story. I feel like it's like like the book was a stepping stone for sci-fi, but in and of itself, it's like not that interesting.
Hmm.
There's a lot of things referenced from Dune and a lot of sci-fi, but the plot isn't interesting, and the dark aspects of a messiah figure isn't really that interesting to me either. So maybe I'll like Dune Messiah. Who knows? But I doubt it.
Yeah.
Down's last. Would you rather? Would you rather watch the worst season of a show you like or the best season of a show you hate?
Worst season of a show I like.
Hmm.
Because I'm just thinking like The Good Place, for example, is my favorite show. I would much rather watch the worst season in that show than the best season in The Office. Like I can't stand The Office. So that one was kind of an easy one for me to think about.
Okay, I agree with that. I would probably do the same. Whereas like the worst show or the worst season in Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones is like torture, but like I absolutely hated The Sopranos. If I had to sit through that another second, I would probably like do something violent to myself.
Wow, that bad, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Not to get dark, or I don't know. Or I'd like find the guy who wrote the show and made the show and like send him some nasty letters.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
pretty serious.
There's a lot of shows that I've sat through and watched and I hated them. And if I had to like do it again, it wouldn't be, it would be torture. Whereas like, yeah, like I said, it's like you like the show for some reason. So,
Yeah. Okay, this one I really want to ask you. Would you rather watch every single Hallmark movie or Jupiter Ascending 100 times?
the Hallmark movies,
Oh,
because
really?
it's probably just as bad, but it's different, right? So it's like it's gonna be different every time. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's gonna be the exact same story with just different actors, different settings, and like a stupid theme. So I'm like essentially just watching the same thing over and over.
Yeah, and I don't know how many there are, but there's probably so many
Yeah.
Hallmark movies.
And I feel like I could build up a skill with the Hallmark movies where it's like if I have to, I could become like a writer and director for those and just make my own, you know?
Yeah.
So actually, I don't even know if that's lucrative. Like, I wonder if it's like how they make their money. Is it like from tricking directors and actors into getting involved with them, and then they like rip them off and make money that way, or are these actually like, or they think that it's going to be successful, so they dump all this money into it. It doesn't actually make them money, but it makes the studio money from running them.
It's got to make money or else they wouldn't keep making them. I think there's enough women in the world out there that enjoy them that they're profitable.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm assuming I would lose my sanity slower from the Hallmark movies. So, whereas like if
Okay.
I had to watch like I'm like watching Jupiter Ascending and like okay, dealt with it. It was actually like painful the second time we watched it, and that was like after 8 years. So imagine like
Yeah.
right after or like the next day, it'd be like you know.
Yeah. I would also pick the Hallmark movies. I think just because they'd be slightly different. They might be very, very similar, but each movie would be slightly different enough that my sanity, like you said, I would lose my sanity a little bit less.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Iron Man or Batman Begins.
Ooh. Batman Begins has Scarecrow, right?
Uh-huh. And Ra's al Ghul. Or as they say in the movie, Ra's al Ghul, I
Yeah.
think.
I think, ooh, that's a tough one. I think I'd go with Iron Man
Hmm.
just because at that time, well, I remember Iron Man coming out and it being super cool. and I enjoyed it. And I remember when I watched Batman Begins for the first time, Scarecrow really freaked me out. Uh, like I don't like that idea of that happening is really freaky to me. So yeah, I'd pick Iron Man.
Oh, okay. I think I'd also pick Iron Man as well. I think the story, they're kind of similar in a way where it's like their mentor is the bad guy. Um, but I think Iron Man is just a little more, I think his character plays off better. I don't know, actually, that maybe I have to think about that. Maybe I have to rewatch them both again and then find out. I think a lot of people like Iron Man better anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? How to Train Your Dragon or Kung Fu Panda?
Oh, Kung Fu Panda. I
Yeah,
think
same.
Jack Black is a lot funnier than the How to Train Your Dragon movies. I don't know. I really enjoyed them, but Kung Fu Panda, it's just a classic. Skadoosh.
Peak, peak. Yeah.
Yeah.
On Letterbox, you rated the third Star Wars movie the same as the sixth Star Wars movie. I'm wondering if you can remember which ones they were. So I think you gave them both 4.5. So
The sixth one, I
that's
actually don't think
Return.
I...
Oh, well, you didn't pick that one?
No, I don't think I could remember what each of
Oh,
them is.
so the third one, which is the sixth released movie, is Revenge of the Sith, and so that's where Anakin turns evil. And then
Where
the
he's in
sixth,
the lava and he's like, "How
yeah,
could you?"
I hate you.
Okay.
And the sixth movie, which is the third released film, is Return of the Jedi, where Luke converts, where Anakin turns good. You know, the easy way of saying it. Darth Vader becomes a good guy again.
He becomes a good guy again?
Yeah, do you remember the end of Star Wars?
No, I do
Spoilers,
not.
spoilers, Spencer.
I remember Palpatine going down the tube,
Hmm.
but I don't remember that. I didn't remember that Darth Vader did that.
Do you remember when Darth Vader shows up as like a Force ghost at the end, and therefore like signaling to the audience that he's like redeemed himself?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh my goodness.
You could say that I'm not a Star Wars fan. I
I'm gonna give it
just
4.5 stars. I can't.
I think I would go with the one where Anakin's in the lava. That one.
Okay. Yeah. I think a lot of people would also pick that one. Like a lot of the younger Star Wars, like young adult Star Wars fans would pick that one.
Yeah.
Me personally would also pick that one, but it's mostly because of the action.
Oh yeah.
I think they're actually both comparable as far as like ridiculous things happening and like the story, you know.
Yeah.
Also Revenge of the Sith has a darker story and that's pretty abnormal for Star Wars. So
Yeah. Okay, so I have at least two more or three more questions that I want to ask you before we end this episode.
okay.
So my third to last, I'll do three more. Would you rather watch Avatar or Avatar? Meaning Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I would rather watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, the show, like the cartoon one.
Over the Blue People Avatar.
Yeah, because even though the Avatar one is shorter, the Blue People one, I think, and I'm not a fan of the old cartoon. Like I watched that like a couple years ago. I don't consider myself a fan of it. I just think it's good, and so it's like I think like quality wise, I think it's better than Avatar.
Oh, interesting. All right.
So
I think I would pick the Blue People Avatar.
you shill.
I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more than the cartoon avatars. So,
Okay. I got a would you rather Joker or the movie 1917.
oh, I don't know if I've seen 1917.
You have. I well maybe actually maybe you haven't.
Oh, wait, is that the one with the really long shot on the
World War One.
where it's like super long take, but and there's all these explosions and him running?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's hard because it kind of depends on the mood I'm in. Like those are very different feeling movies.
Hmm.
Uh, I think just in general, I would go with 1917 because I feel like I'd be in a more, on average, I'm more in a mood for a movie like that, I would say, than the
Hmm.
Joker movie because that one's a lot more, I guess, emotionally intense. So yeah, I would go with 1917.
Okay. I would pick Joker. So
Yeah, I really enjoyed Joker though. So
yeah, Dallin thinks like Joker's a great movie, but hates watching it. Because it's like, but I love it because it's like for the same reasons of it's like it's so relatable and sad. and like the ending is just so good. Like it's like I saw the ending first actually online, or like the where he shoots the guy, um
Hmm.
Murray in the studio, and it's like that's what made me want to watch the movie. And I like the rest of the movie, but like the build up to that is just like perfect and genius, and you just don't see that anywhere,
Yeah.
except in maybe Taxi Driver. But who watched that?
Oh, I hated Taxi Driver,
Me too.
but that's a different topic. Anyways,
Yeah,
did you see when you went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine, did you see the preview for the second Joker movie?
I'm trying to remember if I did, but I'm like against the idea of it. So,
In the theater, there was the preview for the second one,
hmm.
and it looks super good. Like I'm kind of excited to see it.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
coming out in October of this
Uh-huh.
year.
Supposedly, they like move it up to next year. Like
Well,
they
it,
did with
it said October 4th, I think, if I remember right.
they Dune Part Two said a bunch of stuff before it actually released. So,
But wasn't that in the middle of like the whole strike thing?
oh yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, would you rather watch the B movie, which we kind of talked about already,
Hmm.
or the first Madagascar? So when I was coming up with this one, I was trying to think of like two animal movies.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like they have kind of similar humor-ish,
So
kind of.
you're okay with a zebra, or I'm sorry, a giraffe and a hippo getting together, but you're against a human and a bee getting together?
Yes.
Hypocrite.
No, no. Humans are much more intelligent.
I'm pretty sure like a hippo is to a giraffe is like a human to a bee. So
Oh, really? In terms of intelligence?
in terms of intelligence,
Wow, I never thought I'd talk about hippo and bee intelligence.
yeah, I think we should be more inclusive in this channel and pick like the bee movie for what it is, not just a
Just answer
human.
the question. Bee movie or Madagascar?
I'd pick Madagascar.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like the ending and beginning are much better. Like the B movie, honestly, like it's all about the beginning and then the ending just happened. So whereas like Madagascar is Alex learns that eating his friend is not okay.
Yeah,
That just makes more sense to me, and as a child that really like I was like, wow, that's beautiful.
yeah. I think I would also pick Madagascar too, just because I'm okay with a giraffe and a hippo getting together.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Okay. Would you rather watch Toy Story 2 or The Iron Giant?
Oh, Iron Giant. Easy.
Oh, I'm surprised by that answer.
It might have been harder if it was Toy Story 1, but
Mhm.
Iron Giant is so good. Like, it's a classic for a reason.
Yeah. So Toy Story 2 is like one of those where it's like people think it's like the best Pixar movie ever. And it's like got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
Toy Story
at-
2?
yeah, at one point it did. So I don't know if it's to this day still has it.
Yeah,
That's a tough one to even answer right now. I don't even know.
I think I like Toy Story 1 better just because it sets up the series.
Hmm.
But yeah, between Toy Story 2 and Iron Giant, I would definitely pick Iron Giant just because it's just I don't know. I just really liked it.
I like the mom in the Iron Giant.
Whoa.
Yeah, doing that out there. I don't know. That's a tough one for me to pick. I can't. I refuse to answer for that one. There you go.
Oh, oh.
Okay, maybe if I like gun to my head, uh, you could shoot me. I don't know. I still can't even like. That's a tough one for me. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll come back to it. Come back to me.
Okay. Okay, this is the last one that I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Hopefully this is somewhat of a difficult one to think about,
Okay.
but would you rather watch only black and white movies or only superhero movies?
Only superhero movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's like The Dark Knight, The Avengers. I think with the black and white movies, I'm missing out on like Casablanca, Paths of Glory, the other ones that I can't think of at the top of my head. Yeah. Whereas like
Yeah.
there's lots of superhero movies, like Deadpool 3, like not being able to watch like Deadpool and Wolverine and not having to watch like, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I think there's a lot of classics in the black and white, so I thought maybe that might make it more difficult. And
Hmm.
then the other thing that I thought about is black and white. There's only a finite amount of black and white movies, whereas superhero movies could continue to be created.
Wasn't The Lighthouse black and white with
Is that a
the
recent movie?
yeah, Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson were in like
Oh, I guess maybe some black and white movies are still being made.
yeah.
It's just a lot less than colored superhero movies.
Would I get to watch like a third of Oppenheimer?
No, Oppenheimer's not a superhero movie.
Oh, okay. I meant because it's black and white. Like when it shows the
Oh,
future
no.
parts.
The whole movie has to be black and white.
Oh, you racist. So I couldn't watch like a part of well, I guess that was like Wizard of Oz was like brown and white or brown and black or whatever. Do you remember Wizard of Oz? Where it's like the beginning is like
Isn't
got this
I thought it was colored, the original one?
so like when she's like in her like in Kansas, it's like brown and black. And then when she goes into the world of like Wizard of Oz, it's like goes into color.
Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah, no, that one doesn't count because it has color.
Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, I pick superhero movies. Um,
Okay.
because I think it'd be like if there was like movies I liked as much in black and white, then that'd be tougher. But
There's
um,
also all the old Godzillas that you could watch that are
oh
black and
yeah,
white.
the King Kong one I probably enjoy. Oh, that would be a tough one. Did you know that Hitler liked King Kong?
I did not know
That's a little fun fact.
that.
I think I was gonna write in one of my reviews, like I was gonna watch the old King Kong again and then say like, if you like this movie, then you're just like Hitler because you like King Kong.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do one more. Would you rather
Okay.
The Sixth Sense or The Matrix?
Ooh, I don't think I've seen The Sixth Sense.
Oh, okay. I'll do a different one.
Okay.
The Fugitive or Jurassic Park?
Ooh, both of those are really good.
I ain't kill my wife.
The first Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah, that was the first one. The best, the only good one.
Oh, that makes it harder.
Yeah.
Because they're both good for different reasons.
Life finds a way.
I uh I think I would go with The Fugitive.
Oh, interesting.
I really, really like Jurassic Park. I think it's pretty cool. I really don't like the Velociraptor scene in the kitchen. That one gives me like anxiety. And
I have you. When was the last time you watched that movie?
it's been a long time. I can't remember.
I think if you were to watch it now, you'd be like, oh, it's clearly animatronic. There's like that camera guy in the back who like left his mic hanging. It's like clearly fake. You'd be like, you'd be healed mentally
I
if you
don't
watch it
know.
now.
I don't know. I still think I would get caught up in the emotion of the scene.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I really like The Fugitive. So yeah, I'm just gonna go final answer, The Fugitive.
Okay. I'd pick Jurassic Park because I just love like I really like Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive, but those are the only two characters I really like. And then like in Jurassic Park, most of them I like.
Yeah.
Even like the lawyer. So the blood sucking lawyer.
Isn't he the one that's on the toilet when the T-Rex?
Oh yeah, so good. Love that. Love that whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Raptors in the kitchen, that made all the kids cry in the theaters.
Oh my goodness. That scene is so that's like engraved in my mind.
Well done. Well done, scene. Good on you, Steven Spielberg.
Yep. Yep. Well, that is all of the would you rathers that we're going to talk about for now. We might do another episode like this in the future. Who knows? But that was pretty fun, I thought. Let us know in the comments if you agree with our answers to these would you rathers, or also let us know if there's any would you rathers you want us to talk about.
Mm,
Because we can always, like I alluded to, do another episode of
yeah.
like this in the future. So make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.
Hmm.